If you want to learn how to make tofu, but you're not really sure what to do or how to make it taste good, this video is for you. Hey everyone, it's Mona, and today I want to do kind of a different video than I'm used to. I feel like a lot of my videos are based around nutrition facts or skincare, but not so many of them are cooking. I just get busy, and honestly, I don't have the time to make very complicated meals, but I am very interested in making clean, healthy, nourishing meals. And one thing I make maybe once a week or every 2 weeks is tofu. And I want to teach you guys how I make this tofu because it's very simple. It's pretty much the healthiest way you could cook tofu, and it tastes like it's fried. I've posted this on Instagram before, and everyone's always really curious how it comes out like that. It's like crispy golden. I honestly don't know why this works or how. I just kind of figured it out one day, and now it's my favorite way to cook tofu. All you'll need for this video is a package of firm or extra firm tofu. That's important. Some coconut oil or any kind of oil to literally just lightly grease the pan. We're not cooking it in a lot of oil. A spatula and a knife. So the kind of tofu that I usually get is sprouted. There's this brand called Wildwood that I really like. For this video, they actually ran out. So for this video, I'm actually using Organic 365, but this isn't my favorite kind of tofu. I just wanna go over whether or not tofu is bad for you, if you shouldn't be eating soy, because I know I'll get a lot of questions on that after this video. The whole scare with soy is that it contains isoflavonoids, which kind of mimic estrogen, and too much estrogen is bad for you. When you really look at these studies, number one, a lot of this comes from the meat and dairy industries, which of course want to discourage you from eating soy because it's in their financial benefit for you to eat more meat and dairy. Number two, there are definitely some negative effects of soy, but a lot of these are associated with a very high amount, number one, GMOs, and processed. So let's try to eliminate all those things and we can actually get some benefits out of soy. Let's never have GMO soy. Let's make sure it's organic. Let's get it sprouted and make sure it's not processed. So fermented soys like soybeans, edamame, tempeh, those are like the healthiest forms of soy. If we're talking about soy milk, I would definitely recommend staying away from it because this is heavily processed soy and there's so many other options with soy milk. You could have you could make your own almond milk, you could have oat milk, you could have coconut milk, hemp milk, rice milk. There's so many other things. So when there's many other options and it's processed, avoid it. In the case of tofu, I always buy Wildwood because it's sprouted, and everything sprouted is always healthier, helps you digest it better, helps you get more of the nutrients. So I get sprouted, organic, non-GMO tofu. If you have this once a week, once every 2 weeks, I really think you'll be fine. This is my opinion. I eat it and I'm just fine. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut the package open. And then take some paper towels. All right, I'm just gonna pat this dry. Okay, so then I'll take some coconut oil. I like using coconut oil because it's safer at high temperatures. I'm just literally gonna rip off some of the paper towel I used to pat this dry. I just used this skillet to cook tofu a little while ago. So there's little pieces on it that I didn't fully scrub off. By the way, just disclaimer, I am not a professional chef. I know that some people might watch this and cringe at my cooking abilities, but it comes out good, according to me. We've got this all on here. By the way, I need to definitely make point of the hero ingredient in this whole video, which is this, I think it's called a skillet. Honestly, don't know. I don't remember where I bought this, why I have it. I can't seem to figure out what it's called. Maybe like a cast iron skillet. I'm gonna pop it up in this video. I'll research it before I post the video. But when I cook tofu on a pan, I used to put foil down and cook it. It does not come out as fried feeling as this gives it. So I don't know what this thing does, but this is what you need to make the tofu. So then I'm just gonna slice it into little cubes. And this is actually just personal preference. I like them smaller. And I always cook the entire package at a time because honestly, this pan is kind of a pain to clean. Hence why there were still little pieces of tofu on it that I couldn't get off. And I just literally pop it in the fridge and then I can use it for a few nights. I can put it on top of a salad with some steamed veggies. When it comes to food combining, tofu is considered a protein. So you could combine it with any kind of mixed green salad or some sauteed veggies. I wouldn't recommend having it with brown rice or quinoa because starches and proteins don't combine that well. However, when you're eating plant-based, they do combine better than like meat and rice. So tofu and rice is still gonna be better for your gut than like a hamburger, like bread and meat. Plant-based is usually just better on the gut in general. So I also have my oven preheated to 425. To be totally honest, I never even wait until it's fully ready. I usually just pop it in before it even gets to 425 and it's always fine. This should be called amateur cooking, amateur healthy beauty cooking, because it still comes out fine, but it's very easy and not complicated. Okay, now I'll just take, how cute are these little rubber mitts too, right? I usually use one of each. I was going through a purple phase, clearly. So if we're gonna time it, I would say put your timer on for 20 minutes, check it. You can kind of move it around with a little spatula, see if it's like golden and crispy on the ends. And if it's not ready, you can leave it in for like another 5 minutes or so, whatever your preference is. Try not to burn it, but 20 minutes is always like my checkpoint, and then we'll see how it is. So we'll check it in another 20 minutes.
A few moments later.
So it's been about 20 minutes. This tofu smells so good. Honestly, it's like, I don't know how tofu could just smell good on its own, but it does. I want to get like a little close up of how it looks in the oven. Let's actually turn this off. So you can see when it's like just crispy on the bottoms, it does kind of stick to the pan a little bit, but you can totally tell when it's crispy and it looks like it's fried. But as you see, it was not fried. So the skillet's obviously very hot. What I like to do is just kind of make them all like lifted up and still let them cool for a little bit. But this is honestly crunchy, crispy, golden tofu. There's no oil, there's nothing on it. It's just all on its own. I made it very plain, but you could totally add some spices. You can really season tofu just like any other meat if you're new to eating vegan or vegetarian. Let me just show you when this is a little bit hot. We can get a little close up. If you like a little bit of crunch, try. It's so good. I could eat it on its own. I just really like the taste of it. Easier to cook the whole package. Like I said, tofu is really good to have towards the end of the day. I like to have, you know, when it comes to food combining, eating your proteins at the end of the day mixes really well with like a vegan Caesar salad, a fresh salad, some veggies. So try it out. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, what are your thoughts on tofu? What are your thoughts on soy? What are your experiences? Leave it in the comments. Let's get a conversation going here. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video. Let me know what other kind of content you want me to create. I'm definitely gonna start doing more videos, and I will see you guys next week. Forgot to preheat the oven. We're not gonna show that.